Bandito Radio 112 FM, a streaming radio station for all toy enthusiasts, collectors, photographers, and customizers. Built to match your mood and passion. Music from hip-hop to country and all the rock in between with host Howlin' Jim Jackson. For a dose of the macabre, there's Myra's Morgue of Midnight Madness. Plus our newest collector podcast, Purple Gang Gang Full Frontal Purple. And Action Figure Frequencies. With your hosts, SKN's own Chet Maddox and Alexander Storm. Bandito Radio 112 FM. Available to stream now on Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube.
Good evening, everybody. It is another episode of Pixels, Plastic, and Ink. We're here live, and we are going to get in, well, the biggest topic in the toy and pop culture industry, and that is San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to talk through all of the hot news coming into day number 3, right around the corner. We've got all the toys from the exclusives to some new announcements that hit from the Hasbro universe primarily. We've got a new made-to-figure order from Marvel and a new HasLab from Star Wars. What do we think? What are the fans thinking? Plus, we may hear from Mr. Storm and Chet Maddox as they are live at the convention. So we'll be on standby for that. So stay tuned, grab your popcorn, your scotch, or your soda, whatever you prefer, because we're getting into it. This is Pixels, Plastic, and Ink. Well, as always, we appreciate you hanging out with us every 7 p.m. Pacific time right here on SKN. We got Dr. Brantley in the house, and we have a surprise from the Sarlacc Digest podcast. It's none other than the man himself, Darth Moocher.
Thank you, guys.
Darth Moocher. How are you, Moocher? How are you feeling this evening?
I'm good. I'm a little jealous that I'm not at Comic-Con, but then again, we've talked about this. It's like I'm kind of glad I'm not there and amongst everybody, but I'm here. Let's go. I'm ready to talk what we're missing out on. I really am.
Yes. Yes. Same here. Dr. Brantley, how are you?
Doing good. Saw Fantastic Four last night, and it's great.
Oh, I want to hear that.
Okay.
That's what I want to hear.
Okay.
I look, Superman and Fantastic Four, I thought was going to be complete trash based on the trailers.
Right.
I was wrong on both of them. They're both great movies.
I love that.
What an endorsement. I'm definitely seeing it this weekend as well. That's amazing. But before we go any further, we've got to check the chat. So let's check the chat. First off, we've got Commander Bly, as always. Welcome on in. We appreciate you always hanging out with us every podcast we do. We've got Wholesome Warlock. What's up? Purple Gang in the house. We got Judge Dreads, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. We got the Hidden Nose showing up. Hidden, how are you, sir? Welcome on in. If you're not able to catch us live and you catch us on the replay, we appreciate it. Just drop a like, comment, subscribe. All right, gentlemen, let's get into it. Some big news and announcements. And the first one up from the world of SDCC.
Here we go.
Day 1 and day 2. Well, let's just do a quick update on the Snowcat HasLab.
Yeah.
Finally in person amongst lots of people.
Now, I did do the updated, checked on it. It is $7,268. It needs to get to 8,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's close, but I don't think those other tiers are unlocking if it gets to just the base.
The convention didn't move the needle. Having it like live in front of people, I thought, here's the thing though about HasLabs, past experiences, the last 24 hours seems to be the hotbed, and is it gonna push to those levels? I think it'll pass, but by how much is the question. And then when we get into it, of course, there might be a reason why things might not fully fund anymore. It's hurting us, man.
Yeah, we talked about like market congestion, right? And all the different exclusives and stuff. And you think about if you hadn't already funded it, now what you've seen at San Diego and what's coming, do you have room in the pocketbook? You may be going, you know what? This is not top 5 cool things for me. I got other things to spend money on.
Especially with the exclusives that you could buy there, right?
Yep.
Each exclusive is over $100.
And you're already paying probably at least 5 to 1,000 to get in there. Just you have to come out of town, stay someplace, just to get in. I mean,
hurry up, go back to work, make more money. So you can,
Yep. Judge Dress, one more spurt, and when the undefeated FOMO sets in, that is true.
Yes.
But I agree, the unlocks won't be good. That is going to be definitely a bit tough to get to. We have to see for sure.
We're not getting the frying pan with the eggs. It's just not going to happen. And that's the only reason I would have got this in the first place.
You got to turn to the 3D printers and the third-party customs and just to get the extra ones that they teased us with.
Yeah, it's so interesting because, like, again, every HasLab is a bit different, or every made to order. And I just remember the last one where people were anticipating seeing it in person was obviously Mythic Legions, the 4 Horsemen, Dragon.
Right.
And when someone saw it, when in person, everyone's like, holy smokes, this is, I got to get this.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the same vibe for this. I'm not seeing the message boards where people saw this at con and go, this reaffirms it. I got to get it. That's probably a little concerning.
Yeah. But again, there's no harm in backing it, and then you can back out. You still have 20 days, I think, left of the campaign. So if you have intentions of backing it, I mean, you could do it. It's not like a commitment versus something that you buy at the convention, exclusives and stuff that has to be taken out right away, right? You can do it and then reassess later. But a lot of people wait last minute. And then I know there's like overseas stuff that they do for HasLabs that just come back in. So we'll see. I mean, my fear is that any HasLab at this point, if it doesn't fully fund, they will retract on future ones. So if you're going to back it. That's like the only advice I can say.
That is true. Well, we'll have to wait and see. It sounds like it's going to fund. how many tiers we get to is a different story. But in the world of Hasbro, well, G.I. Joe released,
beautiful,
in my opinion, a beautiful figure.
Yes. The high fantasy G.I. Joe is my bread and butter. I love the high fantasy stuff. Awesome that it was there. I think it goes on pre-order tomorrow. I'm not sure, or to buy.
So this is going to be sold at conventions.
Okay.
And then it's going to show up on Hasbro Pulse at a later time.
Yeah, I heard New York Comic-Con is going to be there. So yeah, but awesome. I love the fact that they're going all in on these things.
And this is going to be $39.99.
Oh, phew. I see that. I could do that.
This I love this. This is great. Wait, do we
slowly coming in? Hey,
what's happening?
Hey, we were just talking about the G.I. Joe Classified reveal here. We were just talking about the dates, but before we go any further, maybe we check in with all of you. Like, what's going on? Are you tired yet? Are your bags full? Are you broke? What's happening, Chet Maddox?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're still waiting for the thunderous of storms to jump on. Who's literally like over there somewhere because we don't want to hear each other talk twice.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, look, man, it's good. We're running around. We're hanging out with everybody, and bags are full. We've been able to get everyone kind of what they've asked for. So we're doing a check-in just to make sure that no one else needs anything from Comic-Con.
I do, Chet. I do, because just so you know, like, wait, Chet, hold on.
What was that? Hold on.
I was just gonna say, Chet, I will text you because I do need something else. And the reason for it is, just so you know, I put a list together for Mr. Storm and Chet of like, can you get this? Within a matter of like 20 minutes, they were like, we got it. I'm like, what? Are there lines? They work their magic. So I definitely have more requests. I definitely have more requests, Chet. I don't know if you heard any of that. Did you hear any of that?
I didn't. I started getting a phone call. I have to call this person back. But what was the request?
Oh, I said I'm gonna text you because it took 5 minutes for you guys to get what I asked for, because I don't know how you're bypassing the line. You must be using your massive network at San Diego. So I definitely have more requests if it's that easy. If it's that easy.
It is taking me an average of 3 to 5 minutes to get what you guys are asking for.
Then here comes the texts immediately following this call.
Yeah, which we wanted to make sure, and the internet's really trashy here, so apologies if I'm missing on stuff. But I just want to verify that Moocher did get what he was looking for.
Yes, I did. Yes. Yeah, I got hit up for like everybody that I know that's down there. I'm like, I don't want to say yes to everybody because like I don't want to be responsible for like 17 Mustafar sets that come in, and like I said, yes. I made sure I got
I asked like 3 times because I was buying one for you, and then Mr. Storm was like, no, he already got it. I was like, all right.
I was waiting patiently for that text from someone else. I'm like, okay, cool. I could back everybody else up, but I appreciate all the probe droids and the people that we sent out there that take care of us that cannot be there. So
yeah, look, so
tomorrow, if you can't make it, send somebody there.
Yeah, no, tomorrow we're actually gonna try to get in super early. Unfortunately, Mezco decided that they wanted to sell everything all on one day.
Oh, wow.
I was so mad. Yeah. But I don't, Mr. Storm and Chet Maddox are movers and shakers. I think maybe miraculously there is a Mezco figure available. Underneath, but I'm shooting you a text, somewhere. Gentlemen, because there's a few things I still need now that I know how easy it is. Mr. Storm, it's good to see you, sir. How are you at San Diego?
What's going on, guys? Everything's going good, man. It's actually a good day one, but yeah, I don't know if that Mezco thing's gonna happen. It is, everything for Purple Gang having tried to get the Four Horsemen exclusive. That was out the minute that we walked into the convention. Man.
Just find the smallest person there and take, and you know what to do.
We believe me, we have been trying, but Mezco, it was interesting. Mezco's got a great booth. Actually, if you, I know Dr. Brantley, you put that short up, the Mezco booth. So we got to see the Rumble in person. It's a very impressive vehicle. The Doc Nocturnal sticker is in the case.
It's great
That
figure,
looks
by the way.
great. Yeah, all the stuff over there, the premium stuff is really nice. It's surprising how nice it is.
Nice.
So all it takes is for you
And
to just knock the case over, grab the loose figure, and run out the door, man.
Yeah, they got a floor sample, right?
hey,
Take
hey,
this.
Man.
we could do that if we want to come back next season.
I do have a question.
Maybe
though.
that's not the smart thing to do.
Okay, there's that.
I do have a question for you both. I know you probably haven't made it through all of the convention floor, but right now, what's the booth that stands out the most? What's the company that's doing it the best?
Okay, when it comes to Shameless Ambition, Paramount Plus and AMC theaters, because they're just entertainment and they just do the biggest booths and the craziest things there. But as of the substance, Mezco is really kind of like on the verge of some stuff that's really big. The Hasbro booth was a little different than the one that they had last year. It wasn't the two level one, but it was pretty impressive, and it actually was easy to go through the line and pick up the items that you definitely needed. And I would say, other than that, those are the big. We've seen the comic industry guys and everything, and those are okay, and those are just the pass throughs. But Mezco, when it just comes to pure substance, if people aren't paying attention to them, they're going to overtake this market real soon.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't mind that.
They're doing big things, man.
Oh, yeah.
Big things, bro.
Go by the Weta Workshop booth.
Great.
I did.
I saw that amazing Lord of the Rings statue that they have.
Mhm.
It's that sphere with the Fellowship all up in a. I mean, Weta to me is like one of the premier, underrated, overlooked people. They do a lot, but yeah.
So there is a booth, and I know that this is anti-Sarlacc, but there is a booth across from Meta, and they are doing like set ready production samples of Star Trek ships at like 1/12 scale.
Yeah.
Or it might be a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna get video of that tomorrow and show you guys. Those are amazing. And another booth that's going really good is the Tokidoki booth. It is massive. It is chock full of all the art, animation. Like it's crazy. But there's a lot of really good booths. Weta is massive as always.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic booth. But we will go by and get a bunch of video for you specifically, sir.
Yes, thank you. That's all I need. Mustafar and some Weta Workshop video footage. That's it.
Well, anything else to report from San Diego? I don't know how long you guys are going to go on, stay on, because we're going to jump into some of these exclusives. So I don't know what the timing looks like. But anything else from San Diego? You guys going to hang out? What's the word?
We've got a couple of things to do tonight. Nothing major, but we got some stuff to knock out.
Okay, nice.
And we're just looking forward to you guys doing your thing. I've seen some of the exclusives that you're going to be talking about. Don't want to ruin it, but there's a couple of things that surprises down here. Something that's going to pique Moocher's interest. And then obviously there's a couple of things that if you're a Marvel Legend fans, there is a lot of things that you have to be happy about. Classified, they already revealed that on most of those the 4 shows. So they really kind of like killed that buzz. But Marvel Legends did some things today, man. Marvel Legends did some things.
Yeah,
they brought the heat for sure. They definitely did.
So hey, we got I'm uploading a lot of stuff. So there'll be a lot of shorts that you'll see from like booths and perspectives and outside things. Had some lunch with some major tubers today, and I know there's a toy tuber tonight, that's going on, but we cut things a little differently around here. So we're going to be doing some other things, but it's very interesting, man. A lot of people have heard of the SPN network, man.
Nice. Look, you got your own suite. Look.
Look at that. Balling out of control. I mean,
away from the madness.
Why are you giving away the secret secret space where we hang out, man. What-
Yeah.
You technically don't know where we're at, but we're here.
Beautiful, guys.
Cool. Well, I hope you all have. We'll look forward to the content on the channel, and
yes.
any other updates. And I'm sure Toy Box Chronicles on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, is going to have a hell of a recap. With
5-hour show.
goodies. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
And also
Big
make
sub.
sure that everybody's hitting those likes and subbing in, man, because there's going to be a lot of good stuff to do, man.
Yes.
yep. 100%, man.
All right, fellas. Well, we appreciate you guys doing this, and we will. If anything crazy happens while you guys are live, still, we'll jump right back on and show you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, jump in. Scott,
Well,
what's
thank
up?
you guys for
Welcome on in.
braving San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
we
sir.
don't have to.
Yeah. You do it, so we don't have to.
Yeah. Moocher, thank you so much for jumping in, and guys, we
course.
appreciate you and holding down the fort.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
I'm gonna jump
is
in
it-
and call this guy back. So
All right, man.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys.
Later. Be safe.
yeah.
Guys.
Be safe. Marcella, what's up? Welcome on in. Kind of wish Pharaoh was in a black costume like the rest of the team. I like uniforms to match. All right, so you heard live. We're just gonna wrap this up, but yeah, this is a convention exclusive, and then eventually hits Pulse. This is one of my favorite looking Joe classified figures, man. This is great. It almost feels like it's not Joe. Like if you told me this came from like a Savage Crucible or
Right.
one of those, I would believe you.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, right.
That's why I'm saying that's why G.I. Joe works a lot of times. They have the high military aspect of it, but then you have the high fantasy. And that's why a lot of people cater towards Cobra, because they are the high fantasy. I mean, Dr. Mindbender all the way to her, everything,
Well,
you know.
The
And
Once a Man. I
what-
mean, yeah.
yeah. I mean, the G.I. Joe movie, right? So it's like they got into that. I think that's why me personally, I gravitated towards G.I. Joe. It wasn't necessarily the military. It was this. This is the high stuff. And I wish the movies, I wish they would do movies like that. Like get into it. Just don't have to explain it. If they're just there and let's go. You know.
You know, I'm gonna
Python,
need
yeah.
that. Yeah, Python is rad. You know, I think they can learn a lot from these last couple of comic book movies like Fantastic Four and Superman, where they embrace the crazy, the silly, the ridiculous.
Comic book.
And if, you know, if you do it sort of, you know, realistically in the sense of the world, it works.
Yeah.
Even
you don't have to
it's
be
not
grounded.
silly.
You don't have to ground it too much. You don't have to over explain it. You just go in there and you make it make sense, but you also make it make sense in that fantasy, mythical,
And-
you know, magical land. So
I think that's what G.I. Joe fans would want, right?
I
They
believe so.
want this crazy stuff. It's not
I
just
do.
a military thing.
yeah, I do. Personally, I do. yeah.
Oh,
Well, I got to be honest with you. So I'm a big Mezco collector, and they teased this some time ago, but we never actually saw what it would look like. And this was the first reveal of the Mezco 112 scale Hulk.
Unbelievable.
not
oh
Mondo.
boy.
Steve screwed up again, but that's
Steve.
fine.
No, this is
Mezco Hulk.
This is the Mezco Hulk, and
Yeah.
man, I am so impressed with this figure.
How big is
look,
it?
I have, you know, they didn't say, but like it was up against the Cap figure, and it definitely looked much larger than the
Okay.
Cap Mezco.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it would scale to like appropriate what you get Hulk like Marvel Legend compared to.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an incredibly large. I don't think it's going to be bigger than the Marvel Select Immortal Hulk.
Right.
But it looks great articulation wise. I like the head sculpt, and I trust in Mezco. Now the last Hulk that they did was the Gladiator Hulk from the Thor Ragnarok, and that Hulk was not good. So they definitely had another shot at it, and it looks like they really killed it here.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to put my hands on it, but wow.
Yeah,
Impressive.
Judge Dredd said the head looks huge, but that's like matches comic book accurate kind of, you know, Hulkish, right? So like
Yeah.
I saw it because that's the first thing I noticed too. I'm like, but it's working for me. It's working.
Yeah, well, and
Yeah.
this head sculpt looks so much better than the Maximum Hulk.
Yes.
where, you know, all three of them. To
Yeah.
pick any one, it looks better than all of them.
Mezco's on fire. I love Mezco.
And this looks
Yeah.
great. Like this is what I would have wanted from a Maximum Hulk is like this kind of a sculpt and design, but you know, it's Mezco, so yeah, it's going to be. The only thing is the unfortunately placed holder for it's, you know, it looks like Herbie from Fantastic Four is reaching up and grabbing him.
Yeah, maybe because of the different head sculpt. He's like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's why he's making the face.
Yeah.
Someone's grabbing his Hulk junk.
You're right. You know what? It's like the first thing you notice, but you're like, okay, let's just go with it, and hopefully nobody sees. I'm assuming it's because his waist is just too damn big. I would actually prefer maybe a hole in the back where you can plug something in to stabilize them, you know, versus that, because
he's a big boy, and I think it looks like his chest is probably that soft PVC material that's like the Storm Collectibles have and some of their figures, their larger figures. So that could be cool. I can't tell for sure, but it definitely looks like that. But it's definitely
nightmares, Scott. Yes,
definitely a piece.
Yeah, that is awesome. Did you know prices on this yet?
No, I didn't see any.
Like the Pythona, you said was like $39.99. $40. Yeah, great. That's a good price.
And then Savage Land Rogue.
Yeah.
This is a 1/6 scale.
This is the Mondo.
Yeah, and this is $255.
That's what you expect from Mondo
right now, and there's also a $20 tariff surcharge.
Really? So they're doing the big bad. They're just kind of adding it to everybody. Mondo,
but it's beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Mondo is like Hot Toys to me anymore. You know what I mean? Like if it's the high premium. Like what they do with Masters of the Universe blows me away. Like one of those my wish list things. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I mean sometimes when they add $20 to it, I'm like, it's already up there. Who cares? It's just, okay. You know what I mean? It's already. I don't know if you feel it as much if you're a Mondo collector versus you know, a Black Series or Legends if they do it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like that, you would be like doubling the price almost of those figures, right? This it's like, oh, well, that's like maybe 5%.
Yeah, it's like like, oh, was this? I don't remember the prices before. That's fine. Just buy it.
And it's interesting that the Savage Land, the 3-pack that the Marvel Snap is one of the most desirable packs at San Diego Comic-Con. And this whole Savage Land wave and figures, it's taken over the scene. So you put your saber-tooth tiger next to your diorama and get some cool sets.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Look, I think Mondo's doing it really nicely. It's a little pricey, but two really great figures to be announced.
You know what you get. I mean, it's like,
oh yeah,
again, it's like a Hot Toys, right? It's like if I'm buying a Mondo, everybody's like, oh, okay, I got it. Mezco's getting up there too. $80-$90 for their standard figures. That Hulk is probably in the 130, 140 in that range, probably more. But again, it's the name, it's the recognition in the brand. They do a really good job, you know, at the quality.
100%. Now, I was surprised because there was an announcement that Jada Toys was going to announce that they acquired a new license.
Yeah.
And here it is. The Invincible license.
I'm going to say this. I'm glad Jada got it and not McFarlane. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm just going to say that because it's something that I was like, oh man, McFarlane's going to get. I know it. And I've been buying McFarlane for a long time and I just don't trust quality anymore. You know, maybe now he's gotten better, but like, I'm glad Jada got this because they're going to do it really good.
Yeah, I agree.
There goes my friendship with Todd. There he goes. Gone.
That's it. No.
Yeah, this is wave one. I don't watch the show. I'm not a big Kirkman fan, but they look accurate to the show, and they, you know, I do like how they're all very smooth. They have sort of like the comic book and cartoon finish to them.
Yeah. The thing that Jada does extremely well is that they make quality figures for really great entry level price points, and I hope it's the same here.
Yes.
Because, you know, with the Invincible figures, especially some that are very hard to get, especially going through the Diamond Select figures, and before that it was Skybound that made them, to get them on third party is crazy expensive. So just like they've done for like Street Fighter, where they made really quality packaging and figures for
I was just gonna say packaging.
$25.
Yeah.
I hope they do the same here. Make it
Yeah.
accessible.
I'm curious to see the packaging, what creative aspect route they're gonna do, because again, their Street Fighter ones are second to none. I mean, it's an arcade screen. Yeah, it's like duh, right? Are these gonna be like just a big blood package? That'd be awesome too. Like just violence.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
Kudos to Jada. I love that
Yeah.
they got it, and everyone was wondering what new license it would be. I think Jada is going to be one of these companies that is going to keep acquiring more and more licenses if they continue the path of quality figures at great price points.
I mean, they're already doing the Scooby-Doo, all the Chester Cheetah. I think they're getting into like the cereal icons, and and they're done so well. Like I don't buy all the toys, but I really want those Scooby-Doo ones. They're really good looking figures.
The packaging is amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
like it looks really good.
It's you're getting me to buy two anymore. Like that's the company that's going to get me to buy two. I can't do it. You guys need your lawns cut or anything? I need like extra.
Yeah, we're all picking up secondary jobs to support our habit.
Yeah, I mean, just a couple bucks here and there. Paper route. I don't know.
All right.
Well,
speaking of expensive.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting about here, this wasn't the biggest announcement because they already had teased at this figure that sold out in 5 minutes, and their new role-playing game, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, was released. Figure's cool. I love the colorways, but they just did a partnership with Mr. Beast. So Four Horsemen Studios is producing in collaboration with Mr. Beast, which is the biggest YouTuber on the planet, his figures. So taking a leap into a new realm, a new universe, which is good for them. I know there's some folks I was looking on forums are like, oh, why I'm not happy with this. It doesn't, but it's like, good for them, man. They're making quality figures. Like, why are you hating?
Well, why, if it's not going to interrupt like their legions, if it's going to be a separate thing that Four Horsemen does, like a branch off of it and does another line of figures. And, like I said, it's long as I think people should have a problem if somebody stepped in on like Mythic Legions, right? Like in that line and try to influence their own thing, but to do something separate, utilizing this company, I think is great. Mr. Beast has money and he's going to just pump it in there, man. It's spare no expense. You know what I mean? It's yeah.
And it was kind of an interesting figure too. It's like this weird, monster thing, Mr. Beast, Yeah. But this is for the role-playing game, and this is the Heroic Paladin Cleric. So you can switch the heads and make it, either the knight or a cleric. And this is going to be $60. And the Kickstarter for the game starts in February.
Awesome.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know they've been working on that game for some time, so I'm so fascinated to see, like, it obviously is very much Dungeons and Dragons style lore. That's part of the reason why, if you're a collector of Mythic Legions, you get into it.
Very
Cosmic
appealing.
Legions, the same thing on the space side. I collect them. They're amazing figures, but I do appreciate the stories and the lore behind it.
Yeah.
They do that so well. It's not just, here's a knight, here you go.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine if they had, when Dungeons and Dragons first came out, like in the 70s and 80s, if they had like figures like this to go along with it? I mean, it
just to put in front of you as your character,
right.
You know what I mean? Like as you play, as you role play. I've always imagined something where you had a visual representation of your character as you play, and then as a weapon comes into play, you actually change it on your character itself. Hellrunner, what's up, man? I see a lot of Hellrunner today in chat rooms. He's everywhere. It's awesome.
But yeah, what I love what they do here typically is they'll release a figure. It has maybe different colorways or it has additional accessories, and then once they're done, they'll release it online, and it'll be kind of this figure. It might be different colorways, less accessories, but you'll be able to get this at some point.
Awesome.
That's what they have done with the Epic Barbarian figure too. That's been traveling around conventions. I was able to pick that up at Toylanta, but eventually. You have to wait. If you're someone that wants the figure, you might have to pay up for it on eBay's. But if you can wait, you'll be able to get this figure as well. And again, Mythic Legions and a lot of interchangeable parts. As you can see here, a lot of these head sculpts were from previous figures, different paint apps. That's the beauty of Mythic Legions, is you can just customize it the way you want. So
yeah, future proof.
All right.
We call
yes. Next up,
Ooh.
Big Bad Workshop. What's your take? Did anybody collect the Operation Monster Force?
I don't, but Scott in our chat designed the logo for Monster Force for Big Bad, the workshop.
Nice.
And I know that he has a set of figures and everything going on, but you always support some sort of like side brand that's very familiar and has their own little kind of niche market in the world.
Yeah.
Just
the accessories that come with this. I mean, it blows all the G.I. Joe stuff out of the water.
Look, that's okay. I got to get. Is that a good selling point for that many accessories? Like, how much of this is going to be just put in a drawer and never seen ever again? Even if you go to resell it, how are you going to? I mean, I'm trying to be realistic, right? Because like I said, I bought in some like Super 7 Ultimates, and they, again, a lot of accessories. With the G.I. Joe Classifieds, most 90% of the accessory go on the figure no matter what. So it's like, it works, right? There's a lot here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
yes,
you can do like Ripley in Aliens, wrap a whole bunch of them together. And so he's got giant guns, like 3 guns in each hand.
Very true.
Knives, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
you can make it happen.
You could buy 3 figures of this and have 3 separate, right? Because the head swaps and everything else like that. And I totally get that army building aspect of it, right? But there is like something on me where like I look at it and I get like overload, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with all this stuff. I don't even know like half the stuff or remember like what is like. What did this come to? What does this come from?
And he's got like choking hands.
He does. Yeah,
all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, Judge Dredd. Yeah,
no accessories are too much. Just give us all. We're paying up. Give me everything. Give me. I don't see any cigars in here. Throw some cigars in there.
No eggs, no pans, and no camping equipment.
Give me a teddy bear. I'll take it all. Considering that some of these other companies, they give you a figure and like a weapon and a set of hands.
True. It's like... either or, right? It's either a plain, here's a figure with a gun, or you got something that comes with like a chest of drawers. You know what I mean? Like you've just like a Foot Locker full of stuff. And I guess you'd rather have it and not need it, right?
Yeah. And it could apply to all different, army commando style figures too, which is really cool. This could be used for Joes. You can use this with all kinds of different artillery figures. But I could see here the Rocketeer. I'm sure Dr. Brantley, you were very excited to see this figure.
Oh man, I love the Rocketeer.
Nice.
Love Dave Stevens' artwork. Love the movie.
Nice.
If you haven't seen Rocketeer, check it out. It's one of the great comic book adaptations. This is absolutely beautiful. And they're also doing some of the bad guys and Betty Page as Rocketeer. So that's coming up a little bit later. Okay. They had some of those designs. But looks cool.
Yeah, I love that the Long Box Heroes, they're doing these. They released these, and now they're doing them again. These iconic independent comic book characters that finally get another figure version here with different head sculpts and stuff. You can see here Grendel, Madman. You kind of wonder, right? Like,
1/12. Okay,
yeah. Because before, I think they were smaller scale. I believe. I want to say. Were they 3? No, I forget what size they were. Maybe 3.75. I don't remember, but they were definitely smaller figures, and now they've released these larger size figures. Gotcha. Madman looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the character. So,
yeah. Hey, it's all good.
But for the people that are, it's amazing. Now,
right.
The thing is, like, some of these characters are so old and not that popular that I think this is a very small market,
right?
Which I appreciate that they're doing, and hopefully it sells well enough that they can do some of these other smaller comic characters. But I don't see them selling a bunch of these.
Yeah, that's a scary point sometimes. Like, cool, but I hope people buy it. You know, like I hope it's got enough you know, market there.
Because at least Rocketeer has the movie as well, so it's
yeah.
more well known.
Yeah.
This is like straight up. Yeah, this better be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive because no one's gonna know it anywhere else.
Yeah, unless you're buying the brand, you know what I mean, the long box Heroes brand, and you're getting all the figures. You know, completionists.
All right.
And then next up, man, I love the tick.
Look at that tick.
Tick is one of my favorites of all time. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so great. And then Cops and Crooks too, which
and that's Mr. Storm's one of his favorite things.
It's all about Mr. Storm.
Yep.
And Shadow. Shadow loved Cops.
I love this. I'm personally not going to get these, but I appreciate bringing some of these characters that are rarely seen, or that you have to go in the back catalogs of a comic book store to understand. Other than Tick, that obviously had a TV show at one point. So,
right. Oh, I would totally get the Tick. He's had 3 TV shows, by the way. 2 live action, 1 cartoon.
Right. He's not a fan.
Yeah.
Oh man, Tick is one of my favorites. I got the original comic book back in the day just because I was like, what the hell is this?
Right.
And it was, it was also an off-size, like the golden age size of books. So it was bigger. And I was just like, this is absolutely crazy. But yeah.
Nice.
Looks amazing.
Love it.
And look, if you're going to make your first action figure, make it of yourself, right?
You'll never get another chance, maybe, right? You got it. You just take it.
Gridiron Studios, who's well known for making beautiful vehicles. We've covered them a couple of different episodes in the past. You can go on there. They make amazing accessories and some of this beautiful tank that I'm still waiting to get, and a variety of other cool 3D printed it's just next level stuff. Have finally released in collaboration with Big Bad Workshop their own figures. Well, what's your take here? I mean, they look really good.
Yeah. Again, if you got the opportunity and you make yourself a character, you just jump at it, and there's no question about it, because nobody will know unless they saw you standing next to it, right? And then it even kind of like enhances the character itself. It's like, oh, well, here he is.
Although you are opening yourself up to a possible voodoo doll situation. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
because that is a very accurate sculpt on his face.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I would make my own figure too, so I don't hate. But very cool announcement that Gridiron Studios Warfare gets their a couple figures there. So looking forward to that. You can see here some of the close-ups. That Commander Gridiron, man, it's awesome. Just a really cool figure. Really cool figure. Kudos to him, man. He probably oversaw production. He's like, that does not. I want that eyebrow shifted. I want the facial hair here.
Yeah,
I'm too low. I want to be a little skinnier in the face. Look, I saw that dude. He didn't look quite like that. He made himself look a little more.
That's the key. You have to make any drawing or figure look more like you than actually what you look like. That's the solution. You are the caricature of that.
Mostly I'm gonna change the body. It's like,
yeah. You see how I'm slouched all the time? Can you just
no?
It's like, the armor plate will not fit over my true belly. So I'm gonna give me some abs there. Darth Moocher, we're dipping into your realm.
Let's go.
Let's talk about it. This was the hot figure set for San Diego this year. What's your take on this?
So I'm a huge Black Series collector, right? When I saw this, I was like, okay, this is the direction that I think Black Series should go. First and foremost, but a standalone set, like how smart is this, right? Every Black Series collector is going to want this brand new sculpts of all these two. Anakin and Obi-Wan from head to toe, what brand new retooling. You've got the environment packs, but they didn't just give you one little platform. They gave you a scene. Really, they gave you a scene that connects together, and it's just unbelievable. Plus, Hands, I think there's head swaps and all the saber effects. That aside, if you're not a collector, this is still something people are picking up just for a centerpiece mantle, whatever room it is. You know what I mean? If you're going to pick up any iconic thing, and they're doubling down on this, which, you know, Hasbro announced today, but this is something like you could just sell one and put it on something, and that's the only thing you collect. I think it's the smartest thing that they've done in a long time. It reminds me of the Unleashed figures they did back in 2025 when they finished it. They had a Anakin Obi-Wan with lava pouring over him, almost like a statue. I couldn't be happier with this. I secured mine today, and of course, I secured one for a giveaway for our Monday show on the Starlight Digest. You know, our toy chest show that we do. So, I mean, if I had to tell Hasbro a direction, because Black Series Special, they trying to like go all these different avenues. This is what you do. Environmental. Okay, you're not going to give us vehicles. You're not going to give us. That's fine. Environmental pieces like this. Let's go. Like there's a huge. You opened a huge Pandora's box. Yeah. Hold on.
You got to fight me for it on Monday, just like everyone else. Commander Blythe's going to be there. We're all going to be trying to get it.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that this obviously was in the movies pretty recently. So those folks who got to see
anniversary,
it for the
25th
time,
anniversary.
It was perfect timing. So you got
20th,
a new audience that saw it on the big screen that
Right.
might be fueled to collect this, even if you weren't like a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I don't, as we were sharing before we went live, there's a couple of 2-pack sets.
Mhm.
This is one in particular where I'm not a Star Wars toy collector, but I would definitely put this on. Like, this is just an iconic scene again.
Anybody who comes over, it's like, I know exactly what that is. And it's so, like I said, a centerpiece mantle, something like it just represents, Star Wars, and that's all you need, And I heard a lot of people buying that for that particular reason. They're not a collector, but they're buying this. Even like the 3 3/4 guys are buying this also. So,
Yep.
5 each.
Yeah. I heard that there's plenty of stock, and when this does go up on on Pulse and everything, I think a lot of people will be happy to know that you will be able to get this in hand, because the FOMO was very, very, very true on this. Hasbro scares everybody. It says like anything left over at the show we'll put up on that could be one, that could be none, or it could be 1,000. Who knows, right? So, but I did hear that. Don't worry, this will be available for people to purchase. For Pulse memberships and non-membership, I think within a week or so after the show.
That's great.
Yeah. More Hasbro, more.
Well, here's the more.
Here's more.
2-packs,
that pocketbook.
the ones that matter, the 2-packs that matter. You got Mace Windu look at that head sculpt. I mean, and then you got Palpatine, both head sculpt with him as the Emperor and him as the center. And you can have, whatever you can recreate. The unlimited power scene, you can recreate the it's treason den scene. I mean, recreating scenes, I think, is where like I said, I'm gonna gear my collection towards, and I think Hasbro is like looking at me going, "We got you," because they're really paying attention to it. I think this goes
one
on
of the best.
tomorrow.
Oh, does it? It's one of
so.
the best Samuel L. Jackson head sculpts I've seen in any figure line.
Yeah,
like if you include any of this stuff, obviously. Him playing in the MCU too. It's really great.
So the one before you, the Mustafar scene, right? That's great, but they don't have any facial expressions. They're just kind of very plain, and they're supposed to be mad at you. Well, I mean, look what they did with Sam here. It's like that is screen accurate, and that's again, I applaud that. The fact that they did that and gave it. Yes, the expression face, not just a plain.
Yeah, you want the emotion of this, right? You're going up against the Emperor.
Yeah.
To your death. You're gonna have some little emotions about it.
Yeah, Hal Runner, perfect. Yeah, you can recreate the treason scene, and then I have to get 2 of these. Then I have to, because you get the unlimited power, and I'll 3D print the broken glass, the window, and everything, and then Mace would do flying out the window. And then you recreate the treason scene. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, you need his chair.
Yeah,
and his desk.
the office. I mean, how perfect is that? That's what gets excited when people look at like, how can I expand on this? Like Hasbro's giving you the tools and you get the imagination. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Give us that. Give us
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And even more.
So vintage collection, right? But I mean, having the original actor in Anakin's place from before they changed it in the not the special editions, but like later on, I wish, and it comes with Anakin's head too, like Hayden Christensen's head, so you could swap them out, so you can have both versions. How that's right there is where I feel that's where you look at the fandom and say, we're not here to gouge you. We're here to put this on your shelf and you be happy. I've always said like the us versus them thing is got to change, and to give us that sculpt, both head sculpts with the original actor, is way of saying that the fans like, okay, we hear you, we see you. We're not going to sell you two different versions. Here it is. Even though Black Series we need this version, but
even though George tried to get rid of this guy, we're gonna still have it.
Yeah.
He looks,
and
he looks a little happy though. I gotta be honest with you. It's a little
in the scene he's smiling because
he's just but I mean, I don't know.
He spent 30 years on the dark side and he just came over to the light and he's like, hey, this is not bad.
I could be a ghost. What's going down?
Yeah, get to hang out with Yoda and Obi-Wan all day.
Yeah.
And hopefully they don't hold a grudge.
No matter how many people he killed or was responsible for it, or younglings or whatever it was like, you're with us now. It's cool. All you guys say is I'm sorry.
So. Yeah. Now I do like the way that they've designed this, where it's like the translucent at the bottom and it gets better at the top, and then how the soft goods are this color. It's really nice.
Yeah. I think this is the first time this has been done in the vintage collection. If Scott is in the chat, he'll let me know. But like Black Series, we've had Obi-Wan, Yoda, we've had Qui-Gon now, and we had a 3-pack that gave us the Anakin, but the Hayden Christensen Anakin, along with a new sculpted Obi-Wan and Yoda. So we've got it like a couple times, but we don't have Sebastian Shaw's head as the original, like the unmasked Vader actor of the 3 actors. So much appreciated. I mean, but it is vintage collection, so
they put a lot of thought into it, because if it was McFarlane, it just would have been just see-through, transparent figure.
Oh, lazy, just lazy.
Just here you go.
Yeah, like Dr. Brantley said, it's that transitional thing that just kind of gives it an extra, where you can recognize the characters. There are paint apps associated to it. It just works. Yeah, and then you can light it from the bottom too, and be even better.
There were 2 big announcements. The biggest announcements. One was Marvel and their discussions on not a HasLab, but their made-to-order figure, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
But probably the biggest reveal was also the Star Wars HasLab.
Yeah.
There was the interesting part is, I'm curious, as a Star Wars collector, did you think there was going to be something new? Because I think there were some rumors about that glass case that they had showed and teased that they were just going to put in the current HasLab for display.
Oh,
did we see this coming? And I'd love to take, because this has kind of disrupted the collector universe. With, this. So love to hear a bit more about this and why it's controversial.
Yeah, we knew that there was a HasLab coming, and we knew it was the vintage collection. They had teased that the slide before where it says HasLab launching, so people ran with that. And of course, one of our go-to news sites is Yak Face, and he like reports all these things. And the way Yak Face words things, you really got to read it between the lines, because you're like, all right, he knows exactly what this is. So yeah, we knew a HasLab was coming. Now the speculation was, is it going to be announced at a Comic-Con and launched at Comic-Con, or just a sneak preview as they do, like even with the classified one, right? The Snowcat was like sneak previewed like weeks before the launch. And because of when they told us, Hasbro, meaning they told us they were going to stop running simultaneous HasLabs together to kind of spread out the whole thing. Snowcat's going on right now. Now we've got a brand new Star Wars one, vintage collection, at the $450 price. Snowcat's $350. You're talking about $800 hitting your bank account within a 20-day period when they both end. If you're buying both,
shipping and handling.
Yeah, so add another $20 on each one, right? So, but that's if you're buying both lines. So yes, we knew the Vintage Collection HasLab was coming out. I gave up all hope on a Black Series one. That's why on the toy chest we're going to be pitching Hasbro like practical, realistic HasLabs that probably could work. This one particularly is amazing. Like, I think the gunship is awesome. I think the tiers, I think everything is awesome about it. That price though, that $449.99 plus again that tax. If you're a Pulse member, you get the shipping for free. But I mean, you're still $20 tax associated to it. I heard a collective sigh and a collective like bottom drop. You know, and again, I know for the ones who are excited for this, I'm gonna do my best to support, like trying to push it. I don't want any negativity, like, oh, this is not a good HasLab. It's a great HasLab, but the price is like the bottom fell for most of the fandom. They were like, great, but I'm not bad. That's too much. It's too much. They showed it on the floor. I saw the video of them putting it on the floor, and I mean, the wingspan is cool, but it's not that big. It's not as
well.
The
It's
Razor
a little
Crest is bigger.
It's a little bigger than the one they put out previously.
Yeah.
But not too much.
I was just sitting there going like, does that look like $450? That was my thing, right? You know, and I was just like, it just doesn't, man. I mean, you can have all the paint apps and like I said, mechanical Gatling guns and removable missiles. It just doesn't look like $450 to me. $350 was a hard sell. You know what I mean? $350 would have been like, okay, but I think people would have bought it more. When I was watching that live stream, and it was I forgot the guy's name channel, but he was the only one live streaming the panel. You know, there was a lot of people in there, and it was just like $350, and then when they announced the price, everybody was like, "F that!" Like, I mean, yeah. So I don't know. Is that did they shoot themselves in the foot by having two HasLabs run simultaneously, even though they're different IPs? And did they shoot themselves in the foot with that price? You know, and I understand things in this world gone up, but that much, you know?
Yeah.
That's my hot take.
The price point is pretty ridiculous. Like, let's just be honest. I think in today's economic climate, you know, people are not spending crazy money like before. Obviously, tariff impact on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about HasLab, and I'm one of those, is that I personally like the bigger stuff in HasLabs, although I might not be deeply embedded into the collection universe. So, as an example, like the Joe stuff, but I don't collect every single Joe.
Right.
I'm more of a Legends guy, or you know, Four Horsemen stuff. But I like the vehicles, and so like for the Snowcat, I'm like, I got to grab that.
Right.
For Star Wars, I don't have as many, but I would definitely dip into those and go like, wow, this is really cool. But the price point has to be attractive enough for me to dip my toe in the water. And this is like, I got to be diehard to get this one.
Yeah.
You know?
And I know, like I said, and I think our age group also, if you put that's a Millennium Falcon, no brainer. If that's an X-Wing, no brainer.
Easy.
And again, I know Hellrunner Base in the chat. I know he doesn't like the original trilogy and stuff. But the thing is, there's a lot of us that would be like, if that was a Sandcrawler, I think, okay, in price, I'll make it work. Because I want this, right? But it's a gunship. It's not, I mean, it's great, but it's not something. And in second, another point is too, you know, HasLab initially was on paper designed to be like, we're going to bring you stuff that is virtually impossible to bring in the past. And we're going to make things that haven't been made before as a one-time, once in a lifetime kind of like offering, right? This is like the fourth gunship that they've made, you know, in the 3 3/4 line. Yes, it's a HasLab and it's bells and whistles. Looks great, and I think it's going to be almost like a 1-to-1 replica. It has to be. But yeah, man, it's just that price point. You know, it's a hard sell, especially what we just saw with the exclusive. We just spent $100 on that Mustafar set. There's another 2-pack that's coming out. It's probably gonna another $100. You know what I mean? This is not just a sole thing that you're just looking for. This is a collection within your collection, and that's a chunk of change, you know. So I don't know. Again, that's like I said, my hot take, and the younger generations are probably jumping all over it. We know Tommy, that's on our toy chest with us. He's bought 3. He backed 3 of those, and he's debating a fourth one, but he's all in the Clone Wars, so I get it. Like I am happy for him, but I was like, man, I can't.
He's got enough troops that he can fill them all up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean,
it's scary though. You're saying like X-wing and you what? How much would that cost if I'm paying $450 for this?
Right,
like am I going to be set back $750 for a Black Series X-wing?
I
That's
mean,
the scary part.
But it's like if you really look at it, like they could make an X-wing, a Black Series for $450. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be $700 because you know Star Wars, they don't put lights, they don't put sounds, right? It's too much because they have to pay the IP. So you're getting just plastic, you know, sometimes mechanical parts and all that stuff. But my thing is it's like you mentioned Marvel Legends being a made to order. I would love that for Star Wars. I would love a Star Wars to be a Black Series wise, you know, the 1/12 scale. 1/18, different world building. I get it. I'm curious. I'm curious to see where this lands and then how many tiers it's going to expand to. At least the tiers are Jedi Knights, are they're like, you know, from the movies and stuff. And I don't think they're make or break tiers, in my opinion. I think there's like, if it doesn't fund, okay, that's a, you know, $17 figure that didn't get it, and they'll probably make it in the future. I think those are. I have to talk to Scott about it, but I think those tiers haven't been done, but they've been done in 3 3/4 wise. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, and since I was watching you guys last week, you thought this was going to be the going back to Tatooine and all that stuff. So
that's another thing.
I got my Jabba glass. I was ready for it, but no.
Yeah. How Runner, a payment plan? Dude, that is so dangerous, but I support that 100% because I remember at 2:00 in the morning going on Sideshow going, they have a payment plan? Oh, crap. And I still am paying on stuff. But you brought up the Return to Tatooine. That was their promotional thing for the last year, right? Well, they kicked off also on that stream. They kicked off the Battle of Geonosis. That's going to be their 2026 theme, building out Geonosis. So I want to see this funded. I do want to see this funded because I want them to continue that so we can get the arena battle. We can get Geonosis and soldiers. We can build off the spider droid again. Who knows what, you know, they can do. I think that's exciting too. So they are kicking off a brand new themed campaign for Star Wars. They're ending the Tatooine, going to Geonosis now. So I'm rooting for it, but I also understand. I can see people going like, I can't do this. I can't pull the trigger on this. So yeah.
Well, first of all, it would be cool, just like the Obi-Wan and Anakin having like sort of a little scene where you can have all three of them, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme tied up to the thing,
the arena.
Have the beasts come in. You know,
I'm all for it. I'm especially Black Series. I'm all for it because we need that. We need more creatures.
And then this wasn't necessarily announced on the San Diego convention floor, but I think this was announced prior, and this was the crowd-funded McFarlane, and it was the Batmobile.
Wow. This is go back to the drawing board because we lost all of our DC license. We're just going to throw everything out that we have in this last minute.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? Look at this.
Yeah.
In one day, going to be funded.
Oh yeah. Updated because
wow.
This was earlier in the day. It's now at 85% funded. With $340K. And
you know why?
This has
base price $99.
Well, no. The base price is $79.99 for just the first Batmobile.
Level 1.
Now they have a $99.99, a $129.99, a $169.99, and a $189.99.
And so the max is $189.99. That's really good.
This is the way.
This is the way. Yeah.
So this is the $80, the first tier. Which this is, I know this is Mr. Storm's favorite Batmobile.
Yeah.
And he was always bitching. Is like, McFarlane put out this stupid toy one that's so cheap and it has this dumb gun on top of it and it doesn't look accurate. Right. And so he would never buy it. But he's like, it's my favorite. He finally did it. Of course, like in the last couple of months before he loses it, puts out something good.
Yeah.
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 Well, this is a good idea, right? This goes back to the crowdfunding are made to order at lower price points. Like it's always been synonymous with the larger transactions, and here we
Right.
go. McFarlane has done vehicles relatively well. I own a handful of them, and here it is. Test the waters, right? We're about to lose the license. How bad do people want this? Low gateway to entry price point, and boom, it's going to be funded within 72 hours. So kudos to McFarlane, man. I love
Yeah.
seeing it, and under $100 is super reasonable, man, for collectors. And that the Affleck Batman doesn't look too bad either. I'm a big fan of like the suits in those movies.
No, he was a great Batman, and the look was great. It was just the material was a little light, you know. If they had the right stuff for him to do, it could have been one of the best Batmans ever.
Yeah,
I agree. You know, and
100%.
as somebody who is all in on this new DCU thing, you know, I'm especially I've heard rumors, but that's for another time. That's for another time.
And this is the final tier. You get everything plus a signed poster from Todd McFarlane.
Cool. That's awesome. I'll take a Todd signature. Look, I know we make fun of Todd a little bit, but again, I think a lot of the figures were good. I was a big fan of the packaging. I know some people weren't. I loved how they displayed on the shelf in bookshelf form, and I love most of his vehicles. I think he did the bat stuff really well.
Yeah.
And look, you lose a license, we'll see what Mattel does, but you know.
As somebody who has been day one on McFarlane since he got the DC license, I mean, the very first figure to about a year and a half ago, I kind of stopped because I'm like, the quality there was one point in quality that just really was like very disappointing opening the figures. Like none of them, no matter what stand you put them on, they weren't standing. The legs were bowed. They had no weapons. You know what I mean? It was just kind of a very odd choice and stuff that puts into a damper, but you know, and then there are figures that are like, this is epic. Why doesn't you continue this quality throughout? You know, kudos for him staying at $20 a figure too, and not raising when everybody else, you know, raised.
That's right.
So, he's an actual, you know, he's a collector for collectors too. So, you know, yes, it's a business, but I think he's got more of a mindset of like, I think people will like this, and I want this on people's shelves, you know. Yeah, we'll see what Mattel does. You know, hopefully they keep the scale is the most important thing, and I think if the scale is the same, I think you'll get backlogged. McFarlane will do very well in the third market.
Cool. And we have one more pre-order thing that's going up tomorrow, and so of course that means
Leave the McFarlane. Take the Mezco.
Poor Carlo.
Oh boy, man.
so appropriate too. It just happened to be. Sorry, McFarlane.
Yeah.
So I'm sure,
Look,
Mr. Moocher, you've had a figure or a vehicle come along in the Star Wars toy universe, and you were just the fans have been anticipating. They're excited about. They get. I'm sure over the years.
Yeah.
This particular one, we have been waiting for a lifetime. The last time we saw a Mephisto figure was a Marvel Select in 2007.
Yeah.
And here we are, and he couldn't be more epic. Like, I don't think anybody anticipated how amazing this was. There was also some concern that he'd be like a Sacha Baron Cohen version MCU. It's like, don't give us that right away, please.
Right.
The throne.
This is cool.
Just so epic.
I'm gonna tell you,
and it's made to order. That's interesting. Yes, please, Moocher.
We talked about centerpieces.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not a fan of Marvel or don't know who this guy is, I know people in my circles that would buy him just for that mantle because it's evil, it's the devil, and all that stuff. And and I'm like, great, the throne, done. That was a stamp, seal, done, and done deal. Just done deal. By itself, okay, but I think the whole environment thing just works, man. It just works.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
They're just
So
showing
cool.
off. So this goes on pre-order. This is made to order. So which goes back to the idea, right? Of it looks like we may not ever get Marvel HasLab again. Maybe not.
Right.
But as you all remember, the Dragon Man was the first made to order that
Yes.
should be shipping relatively soon.
Yes.
And now it's the same concept here. Like, what's your take? Is this the future made to order?
I think so. It's better on your pocketbooks. You don't pay until it ships, right? So it's not like HasLab where you have to wait a year and a half, almost 2 years to get your investment back. Smaller but effective, smaller environmental pieces to build out things, especially if they, like I said, if they can start to connect some of those in the future for maybe another one in this line that kind of goes with this, so it fits in the world building of it, to the 1/18 or 1/12 scale. It's a hard scale to world build in, but I think made to order is the way to go. Marvel's testing the waters, and I want that for Block Series. So I'll support.
It's amazing. Now we don't know the price point. That'll obviously be revealed tomorrow morning.
If it's $100, dude, it's worth it. I mean, Dragon Man's $100. That looks like $100 set to me with that throne and stuff. So
I think it'll be in a very similar range for sure.
Yeah.
But this is going to be, again, the delay and wait for this figure for all Legends fans. And to your point, people that are just, I want some cool ass figure to be on my horror shelf, or I want on my metal shelf, next to my, like, dude, it just fits anywhere.
Yeah.
So, put it next to your Iron Maiden figures. Like,
it just fits, man. Yeah. Like, it's just centerpiece, and surround him with all the crazy other McFarlane stuff that he did in the past. Bring back your movie Maniacs proper, like not those new ones. The old school movie Maniacs, man, with that little movie poster and Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Like, that's what I want to see McFarlane go back into. What NECA's doing, but McFarlane can really get it, Yeah.
Dr. Brantley, is this something going to be on your shelf?
Oh, it's tempting.
Yeah.
it is very tempting but then, then I'm going to be like, oh, well, I do need Ghost Rider then. And then it'll be like, well, damn, I'm going to have to start. No, if I start, I'll just keep going.
Yeah, it's very true.
This comes out tomorrow for pre-order, and all the way through August 26th at midnight Eastern, you can buy this. And it's not going to sell out like all these other things. So,
Right. It won't sell out. You get plenty of time, and you don't pay until it ships. Just remember that. So this could be on your pre-order for a year, and you will get just like Dragon Man. You won't pay it until it ships. So lock in it now, I think, and you could probably cancel. I think you can cancel. It's not like HasLab. So just putting it out there.
I think we're all in line. This is a made figure. This is this is the one you thumbs up. This is the way to go.
Yeah. Right next to your Jesus figure. Yeah, Chet.
It's like, this pose sold me.
Yeah.
On top, it's like, oh man.
Beautiful. And that's the wrap. I think
Awesome.
One thing before we adjourn, we may not have the image of it, but the last thing in the Star Wars realm that was talked about, that also, I don't know if it's pre-ordering tomorrow. Tomorrow is, and I don't know if Dr. Brantley, if we could find that online or not. The Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Empire Strike Back, going back to what we were just talking about having these 2-packs in epic scenes. That was probably the last mic drop of yesterday.
That one,
today, actually.
Yeah.
What's your take on that one? Was
that one? That was exactly because the Mustafar set came out, right? And I was like, well, what else? And then this soon come out with another environmental piece for the most iconic scene in Star Wars ever. Like, I just talked about the Mustafar being a centerpiece. Well, this is another centerpiece, but again, like, I look at it and go, okay, that shelf's gone, and that's where it's going. You know what I mean? Brand new sculpted Luke, the wired caped Vader, so you can pose it in like the wind and everything, and of course the platform that comes apart, from damage and everything. And Come on. And it does come with clear stand, so it raises. So it's not just a flat tabletop thing. So it does raise off the ground.
Nice.
Yeah.
With that cape, you just need him doing the hand like this. You know, it's like you don't know the power.
That's why I need two. I think this new attitude for Black Series, they've done a 180 in the last year. They've been very, very good on their character selection. And like I said, getting into this environmental pieces, I think that it should be well received. And I always say, if you like what a company does, let them know. Just like we're always vocal about, I don't like it or whatever. I think it's equally important to tell them that if you like it. So if you like this and you want more of this, if you want more of the Mephisto, all those things, you got to let them know this is the way we want in the future, So again, equally as important.
Yeah, and this is probably my favorite Luke Skywalker look.
Oh my
I
God.
love the Bespin outfit.
Look I have my sideshow Hot Toys Bespin Luke right here in arm's reach. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I the only one that poses him with his gun. You know what I mean? Because put him right here for the rest of the show.
I don't like this. What?
Because it's original.
Yeah, Hal Runner. Yeah, because it's Vader. Who's Vader?
I again going back to
that's Kylo Ren's grandfather.
Yeah.
This is something I'm gonna get. This is one of those things where it applies to all. So I was excited to see this, and can't wait to grab this tomorrow. Hopefully, it doesn't sell out like what Hasbro Pulse has been kind of a nightmare. So
yeah, so
I'll cross my fingers.
1 o'clock Eastern, our time. That's 11. No, 9. 10 o'clock. Thank you. 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You got to be on it. I'm gonna set an alarm for it. Yeah, it's the FOMO, man. Like I said, I'm always like the one to quickly jump on these things and make sure I got it. I don't know if this is exclusive or if it's everywhere. 110. Yeah, I'm expecting about as much as the Mustafar set, even though it might come with less things, but 99, maybe 99, around that price. But I mean, again, it's one of those blind purchases. Just here's my credit card. Just I don't care.
Well, Anakin didn't have a cape in that other one. So.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Hal Runner.
Pulse.
Hal Runner's buying it. He's buying it.
Well, that is a wrap, man. Just tons of cool stuff. It's a great year to be a toy collector.
But
also not great for the pocketbooks. That's
no,
for sure.
No. Like I said, dude, if anybody has any lawns and we're local, even weed pickup, trash, whatever, it's just a couple dollars here and there. That's all we need.
Yeah, they really need to go through the year and figure out when everyone is releasing things so that it's a little more constant and not just, hey, guess what? You're not going to have any money during the summer.
Yeah, departments need to talk to each other. Hey, guys, we're going to put out HasLab. Well, ours is almost done. Can you wait? Oh, yeah, no problem. Like, it's like, whoa. And again, I'm having a problem because they're going against what they said this soon. They haven't even, they made the promise of giving us all the tiers at once instead of the hidden tiers. Okay, they're continuing that, but they made a promise to us that they weren't going to run 2 HasLabs back to back like this or simultaneously. They weren't going to overlap them. They said that, and they went back on it this soon. It's yeah.
Well, pleasure hanging out with you, Darth Moocher, Starlick Digest.
Thank you.
Digest podcast. Check out the YouTube channel for all your Star Wars needs, films, TV, toys, collectibles. They are the subject matter experts. So I'm sure most people in the chat already tune in, but if you don't, hit the channel, subscribe, and tune in, man. It's a fun time as always. And stay tuned for this channel SKN throughout the next few days as Mr. Storm and Chet Maddox will be dropping in some new videos and content. And then next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, the Toy Box Chronicles, where I'm assuming we'll talk a lot more about the
10-hour show.
Aftermath of SDCC. So
and show off their gigantic boxes.
Yeah.
And, all the
100%.
100%.
Go bleed right into our show and everything. We got nothing to talk about. Might as well just do one big happy hour over there over here.
Just do it. Let's do it. Well, I'm gonna set my my computer up to beat the bots tomorrow morning with all the pre-orders.
Yes.
But I hope you all too. We appreciate you all hopping in the chat, whether you're watching us live or on replay. Thank you so much again. Your clicks, your likes, your subscribes helps the channel grow. So much appreciated. Again, Darth Moocher, thanks as always.
Thank you guys.
Dr. Brantley, I will catch you next week. Have a great rest of your weekend, folks. Stay safe, and we'll see you later.